Hey kings, queens, and people in between. This is Where's Gucci Mane, and we're back for another video. Please make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, Where's Gucci Mane. Please make sure you guys watch the full video. Go back and binge watch all my videos so I can get my watch hours up. And without further ado, let's get started. So you guys, have you ever noticed how many celebrities love pizza? Don't get me wrong. I love me a good pizza. I love me a good Hawaiian pizza, add pepperoni, you know. I love me a supreme pizza, add pepperoni, hold the mushrooms. You know, we all love pizza. But what's interesting is the love that these celebrities have for pizza. They bring up pizza in the weirdest ways. The way they talk about pizza. Chrissy Teigen, you know, we already said she was cringe. Well, you know, wink, wink, but we gonna say she. Chrissy Teigen said, I legit feel like I would die if I don't have some pizza. Child, you want to lose it? Or you about to over pizza? Now, don't get me wrong, I love a good pie now. I'm not gonna hold you. I love a good pie. But is pizza worth all of that? Do y'all think so? Let's continue. So I just want to show you the multiple celebrities who they have pictures with eating pizza. Beyonce. I can't remember his name. Miley Cyrus. I think it's Bella Hadid. Harpo and the Ugly Feet. Will Ferrell. I think that's Glenn Close. Kylie Jenner. And you see Barack Obama. Julia Roberts, sir. But we ain't gonna, you know, that's for another video. Even remember when they were at that award show. All the time celebrities brought food to award shows. Pay attention. Jimmy Fallon, thank you. The name has slipped me for the moment. Thank you. I think there's Lindsay Lohan. Let's go here real quick because I want to see. Because I remember they all had bought pizza. Bought a turkey sandwich. Snacks. Whatever. They even got our girl eating a pizza from back day. Chat. He Hot Tub Time Machine. You was in the pizza commercial. They got you Hot Tub Time Machine. So I just wanted to show you guys that because it just was so interesting. Everyone wants to know, why do these people talk about, yes, you caught one of my lives, yes. Why do these people always talk about pizza? Well, you guys, for those who don't know, they are talking in code. I'm not going to use the word, but if you realize, remember, if you follow me on my Instagram, I told y'all if I say push and P, that's what we talking about. So if you with me, you with me. If you're not, you got to catch up. They talking in code, you guys. There are different words that have different meanings. We're going to get to Cardi B. Yes, Cardi B's a part of it too. And I actually got a slide of Cardi B too. There are different words that have different meanings. For example, ice cream, walnut, hot dog, cheese, pasta, map, sauce. If you Google P, you know the word I'm talking about, codes in Google, a little diagram will show up, and I've posted it several times throughout the years, and it'll give you all of the different P codes. Okay, so I want to start with it's a page I do think you guys should follow on Instagram. They're hidden in plain sight. I believe it's a girl. I don't know who this person is personally, but I have talked to her back and forth from time to time. I love her page. I love the page. This hidden in plain sight is very, very knowledgeable. Like, you guys know me. To me, I'm like the step one to your truth or journey. I'm like you realize something is crazy? Then I try to direct you guys to people that has like all the knowledge. Because I don't have all the knowledge. I'm on a journey with you guys. So make sure you follow Hidden in Plain Sight. You see this is their name on Instagram. So Hidden in Plain Sight posts this Kim Kardashian Dolce & Gabbana ad. And I don't know how old this ad is, but you see the pasta. Then you go to what pasta means, little boy. Then they got Kim with the pizza. Girl. They got Kim with the ice cream. Male, you know. Then if you go look up, here's all the different walnut is colored children. Map is sperm. So you guys, I'm gonna take it off of there, but you guys can always pause and you can always go back. It's also on Google as well. So then I want to get into what I had saved. So first we can get into Selena Gomez. Let's see what Selena Gomez has to say about pizza.
We've known each other for years. Yeah. You've been to my house. We've had pizza. Girl after my own heart. Do we love a pizza or what? We love a pizza. It's so.
We're going to come back. That's Jennifer Aniston, who I told you is actually born male. Remember, anybody on that People's Most Beautiful People magazine, they're actually transgenders. But again, let's listen to Jennifer Aniston talk to Selena Gomez. What does she say?
We've known each other for years. Yeah. You've been to my house. We've had pizza. Girl after my own heart. Do we love a pizza or what? We love a pizza. It's so much fun. Now, I was told that you recall us meeting for the first time in a bathroom.
Yes.
We've known each other for years. Yeah.
You've been to my house. We have had pizza before. Pay attention. What in that conversation, because some of y'all don't clock in, what did that have to do? Let's go back one more time. Just because.
We've known each other for years. Yeah. You've been to my house. We've had pizza. Girl after my own heart. Do we love a pizza?
Girl after my own heart. Do we love a pizza? What do her coming to your house and y'all having pizza before, man? Pay attention to how they bring it up. Like you said, or the way they brought it up was weird. You've been to my house. We've had pizza. What? Isn't pizza a normal thing? Okay, let's continue. Y'all favorite Justin Timberlake Jr. Y'all know y'all like to let him come in the culture because he said he like his peaches in Georgia. You know how y'all do. Let's see what he had to say. So basically, in this live, a fan has told Justin Bieber in the live, touch your head if Pizzagate is real. And you see he touches his head. It was right here. I'm gonna start it over. Hold on. Justin, big fan. Touch your head if Pizzagate is real. That's comment right there. And then he rubs his head. So again, y'all can go review that. So then I want to get into Tom Hanks because I didn't even know I had posted all of this. I posted this in 2020. And I said they always put P's in spaces with children. People really are paying attention and exposing Tom Hanks in 2020. The one girl's shoe Hanks was posting is cold in the P world as well. And so basically Tom Hanks had Kristen Dunst had posted this. And people were telling me it was a sign for something. And then people saying Andrew Crome like they knew because Tom Hanks plays Woody in Toy Story, right? So in the comments, people were saying, Andrew Crome, bye-bye Hanks. Why does this feel like an attack? One Pizza Boy down, who's next? So it shows that people at the time were aware of what was going on when she posted the Woody on the ground like that. So somebody said this is cold for sure. I love it when celebrities send codes to each other. By Tom Hanks, and you see the pizza. So then news commentary, Sarah Ruth Ashcraft accused her father of selling her at age 13 as an ex-slave to Tom Hanks. Read here the thread. And then so I posted this, and then I guess this is the person, Sarah. Again, I'm just posting what I remember. This is me when I was 13. Tom Hanks purchased me from my father for X as a disassociated mind control doll. I wonder how much he paid. I wonder how much money my father made for breaking my mind and selling my child body throughout my life. Will I ever know? And then I know Twitter, you start down. I can't say what Q is alluding to, nor do I find it helpful to speculate. I Was R by Tom Hanks, 1994-1995-ish, Birmingham, Michigan. Not while he was filming Big. That being said, the comments on this thread are very encouraging to me. Let's remember that Obama gave Tom Hanks a Medal of Honor. Also, pay attention to the Medal of Honor when people get that Medal of Honor. Oh, come on, speak on it. Why do you think Woody was Andy's best friend? They're not paying attention. That's how they roll, congratulating each other while arrogantly mocking the masses by flaunting their flagrant criminal behavior for all to see. This is a fact. This is what they do. And they make us look silly because it happens year after year after year. I've stated many times over, I reported to 3 FBI offices and police in multiple states in 2017. It's up to law enforcement to do their job. Sadly, the cult has infiltrated so much of our law enforcement and justice system. I'm more likely to be accessed than help. Yeah, they're not going to help you because you. So then Tom Hanks had posted a shoe. He said, hope the socks stayed put Hanks. Found at the bottom of a sea. One girl's shoe. To claim call 1 Neptune 4466 Hanks. He's scared or hiding. What the hell, Hanks? Answer the allegations. So people were questioning him about it. Go to his account. Notice the theme. 1 single child shoe. 1 small glove. So that's what. Let's visit his Instagram real quick. Let's just see if he. Let's just see real quick, you guys. Let's just go on and see if he's still posting these cryptic messages, these 1 shoes and the 1. Let's see. So he back posting regular. Oh, look, here we go. See? A card, yeah. So he's still posting little messages. Socks. Yeah, this was in 2020. So 2020 was when he was doing all of this. The glove, the shoe. So, yeah. Now I want to talk about Cardi B. I got this January 26, 2021. Cardi B posted this and says, good night. Now, to me, first of all, who puts ketchup on cookies? I've heard a lot of cravings. I heard a lot of funny things that you put on your palate. I have never met a person that puts ketchup on cookies. Pay attention to the shapes. Are we paying attention? Somebody even said no, Cardi. Y'all paying attention? I guess it's just a coincidence that these shapes just so happen to align and on the cookie. Pay attention to the word cookie. But we just ain't gonna, because remember that Wayfair stuff? Remember that Amazon Wayfair little thing where they was saying if you order an expensive dog, it'll be a child allegedly. Remember that? That was all around the same time this was going on. So it don't matter if it's your favorite, whoever it is. So then Lil Duval, he had posted this April 25th, 2020. Y'all see Lil Duval posted this. So y'all see Lil Duval posted that. So I said, child. Y'all know I'm gonna come with it. Y'all know me. I'm gonna come with it. Y'all know they forgot I don't forget, okay? I saved stuff just for this reason. So now, you know how everybody was talking about Pizzagate, how Pizzagate was a hoax and this and that. Even the puppets was speaking about it like, no, it's a lie. It was crazy, you guys. They finally got exposed and people were believing it. So I want to play a little bit of Hillary Clinton addressing Pizzagate.
And those of you who've been to Politics and Prose on Connecticut Avenue know that the store is only a few doors down from Comet Ping Pong. And you, of course, were onto this stuff because of what was going on in the campaign before a lot of us realized the extent of it.
I sped it up to the copyright, y'all. This is fair use.
And you knew that Comet was being targeted, that Politics and Prose and some of the other businesses were being targeted. And you actually said you were willing to speak out about it, for which we were grateful. At the time, everybody thought that we needed to all kind of lie low for a bit. The day that the gunman with the assault weapon walked into Comet on a Sunday afternoon, December 4th, about an hour after that, you and I communicated, and I told you what was
So
going
they're talking about that Comet Pizza. This is how the whole pizza thing got started. The whole Pizzagate thing got started because a gunman walked into the Comet Pizza store and he accused them of basically harboring and selling children and stuff like that. So that's how it really all got started.
Going on, and you responded instantly, and we were so supportive, which was incredibly helpful. We were all on lockdown on the entire block with police running up and down the streets. And you bought, I don't know how many pieces, but it was a lot of pieces.
You notice I always an interview, but the interviewer do more talking than the person they interviewing.
Program in DC, which was never publicized.
Hillary ain't said a word yet.
And you checked in on me a lot because we weren't dealing with it in the same way Comet Ping Pong was, but we were also getting trolled in the whole 9 yards and harassment calls. I just can't tell you
they was getting trolled.
Important it was for me, for Brad, for our entire staff, for our entire block, for the people at Comet to know that you and President Clinton were there for us. Quietly, and nobody knows. So I've never had a chance to thank you publicly, and
So why you ain't thank her in private? If it was private, thank her in private. You had to lie.
If I could just say a word, because we're in Washington, and this horrible chain of events happened here. But this is a terrible example of what can be done by people who are malicious.
So she's basically talking about truthers, you guys. Right, over-explaining. What you over-explaining for? So pay attention to how she's describing the people trying to expose Pizzagate.
Unacquainted with the truth and pursuing their own agendas, whether it be commercial advantage,
now we unacquainted with the truth,
or any other goal. For those of you who don't follow it or may not remember it, when John Podesta's emails were stolen, I hate the word hacked. They were stolen. They were stolen by the Russians.
No, girl, they exposed you and John Podesta, child, okay, and Hunter Biden, child. Anyway.
And they were then, through cutouts, given to WikiLeaks, which is nothing more than a tool of Putin and the Kremlin.
Now WikiLeaks is a tool of the Russians now, but girl, would these be the same people who like to use WikiLeaks? Anyway, I'm just gonna let her talk.
And certainly people associated with Trump knew about it because in August, Roger Stone was tweeting about how John Podesta would find himself, in the barrel some point ahead.
It's a commercial. I said, this motherfucker, they got some nerve, y'all. They gonna talk about some people are unacquainted with the truth and
So on October 7th, one of the more infamous days in the campaign, the day started with the Director of Homeland Security, the Secretary, Jay Johnson, the Director of National Intelligence.
She doing all this talking, but y'all notice
saying WikiLeaks dumped all of John Podesta's personal emails.
How we talking about Pizza? You talking about John Podesta, girl?
If you read those emails, I think it's a little embarrassing to admit they're very anodyne, even boring.
But the fact she's trying to downplay, they're boring.
The Russians and their allies,
whoever
they turn.
Also, this all these people in politics always blame the other people in the other country. Now it's the Russians, chat.
Now to be, were able to generate constant interest. Really was two factors. One, they sent the press on these wild goose chases all over the place. Oh, here comes 100 more, here comes 1,000 more, oh my gosh. And then, of course, the other was that they created the illusion of transparency. if you think you're getting something from, sort of behind the screen, maybe it's more legitimate, even though you're being played by a bunch of Russians. And the psychology of it was
No, we're being played by you.
brilliant. And of course, it's part of the Russian propaganda effort, something called active measures, which they've used in many other settings, not just in our election. Well, you can only go so far with read these emails and listen to people, as in every campaign you can imagine, debate about what to do when and who says what and all of that. So they had to be weaponized. They had to have elements plucked out and perverted in a way that would be hard to imagine, and then sent back out into the cyber virtual world. So in one of the emails, John Podesta is talking about pizza. He's Italian and Greek,
Let's pause for a minute, because first of all, how did it take us 5 minutes? Because from the time Hillary started talking was 2 minutes to now 17. How did it take you 5 minutes to get to this? And now, again, like you said, over-explaining. So because he's Italian, that sounds a little racist to me. So because he's Italian, he talks about pizza in email form. I've never emailed anybody anything about pizza, unless I'm actually ordering the pizza from the online. When do you email people talking about pizza? Unless y'all say, hey, let's go get some pizza. Come on now.
And a very good cook. And yeah, his risotto recipe is still there if you want to see it. And I'm sure there's something very nefarious about that risotto recipe. So all of a sudden, John's writing about pizza, and one of these really, I consider, evil people in the media world and in the online world, out of whole cloth make up this story that John Podesta and I are running a child trafficking ring in the basement of the Comet Pizza Parlor.
By the way, there is no basement.
Yeah, there is no basement. Now, you would think people would be laughing like crazy, shaking their heads, but if you migrate that crazy story to Facebook posts, to news outlets, there are people who will believe that, including this very unfortunate young man in North Carolina who believed it. It was meant to be believed to influence voting. Even I have to say I don't believe it was meant to be believed to influence somebody to pick up an AR-15 and drive from North Carolina to Washington to liberate the imaginary children from the imaginary basement of the pizza parlor. But in came this young man believing that he was on a mission because he saw it on Facebook, he saw it in other places online, he saw it in, quote, news outlets, and so he was there on a mission of rescue. People could have gotten killed. He shot his automatic weapon off inside this pizza parlor. The street where Politics and Prose is was shut down. There was an active crime scene because people who cared more about weaponizing information, making negative stories up than the truth, than facts, or even public safety, and certainly any concern about children was non-existent. They were determined to stimulate, to propagate the attitudes that would grab some people in some states, some congressional districts, some towns and counties, so that they would be saying, well, gosh, if Hillary Clinton and her campaign chairman are doing something like that, they should go to jail. I can't vote for that. That's the worst example, but there are so many other examples that were the same pattern, from stealing to giving to WikiLeaks to propagating.
Hold that thought. They should go to jail. Remember that.
To weaponizing into somebody's, Google chain, into somebody's Facebook post. And I think it's one of the most serious challenges we face going forward in politics, not just at the presidential level, but up and down, because if we don't get a handle on information that is not just controversial, protected by the First Amendment, but aimed at spreading lies to the extent that they can cause behavior like we saw in this terrible instance, it will not stop. And I'm glad that the Congress and others are looking at Facebook and Twitter and Google, because they are the vehicles. One of the very first vehicles to deliver this kind of information to people. But I was just terrified for Lissa and Brad and all their employees and everybody on that street because I could see what the trafficking of that absolutely horrible information was meant to do, and it got out of hand, and we were just fortunate that nobody was injured.
And it keeps going. But the consolation, and there is consolation, is that the outpouring of support from our community was unbelievable for Comet, for Politics and Prose. People.
So you said something about jail, right, girl? First of all, let's go sidebar. Pizzagate. Let's just talk for a minute. Let's talk. Pizzagate gunman sentenced to 4 years. Pay attention to that, because I told you about that number 4. Remember we always talked about the number 4, Jay-Z album 444. So he only got 4 years for that. But y'all said he shut down the whole government block. So they said he pled guilty, and he got 4 years. So I just want to let y'all know about that. So you said jail, right? But remember, we all had noticed that Harpo and her ugly feet, remember this picture that went viral, and everybody said they on house arrest, because remember, that's when the whole COVID started. People not putting 2 and 2 together. A lot of people feel that maybe one of the reasons COVID was even thought of was because the celebs were on house arrest. So that way everybody's at home and no one would know the wiser, while Oprah and Ellen DeGeneres can't come outside to play. Let me see if this the one with no, this ain't the one, because this one with this the one where Oprah, you see her, Ellen DeGeneres, you see it's a lump right there. Everybody saw it. It had went viral so much, but they swore up and down, oh, nobody's on house arrest. Nobody's on house arrest. They were.
So you've taken up running.
So now, you guys, I'm about to play Stephen Colbert and him trying to basically downplay Pizzagate as well, like most of the celebrities did.
Lisa is having. This is entertainment. If you want news, go to CBS's John Dickerson or maybe the Wall Street Journal. But don't go to some anonymous guy on social media, because a lot of the news on social media is a lie. And not just that Brian claims he's totally over Lisa and is having a great time on a solo trip to Iceland. There's so much fake news out there. The fake news is having such an influence on our lives that today, and this is true, Pope Francis said media that focus on scandals and spread fake news to smear politicians risk becoming like people who have a morbid fascination with excrement. And if the Pope's talking poop, you know we're in deep doo-doo. And the craziest fake news of all is something called Pizzagate. People actually believe a conspiracy theory that Hillary Clinton and her former campaign manager, John Podesta, ran a child sex ring at a pizzeria in D.C. This is a lie. We all know the only people who are trapped in a pizza place are those robots at Chuck E. Cheese. I've seen Westworld. One day they're going to rise up and kill us all. Now, according to the folks with the spider eggs hatching in their brains, Clinton and Podesta have a series of smuggling tunnels that connect to the basement of this pizzeria. But police refuse to investigate the basement crime scene on the flimsy excuse that the pizzeria does not have a basement. That's how deep this goes. Ground level. So where did this conspiracy theory start? Apparently, some alt-right folks were combing through Clinton campaign emails hacked by Russia and published by WikiLeaks and noticed there seems to be more references to pizza and pizzerias than they had expected, which can only mean one thing: secret sex ring. A lot of uninformed, gullible people fell for the Clinton-Podesta sex ring theory. People like Trump's pick for National Security Advisor, Michael Flynn, who tweeted out a link writing, "New Hillary emails, money laundering, sex crimes with children, etc. must read," introducing it, "You decide." Okay? Then I decide a guy who spreads this bullshit shouldn't be in charge of national security. And here's the thing. Donald Trump's transition team has acknowledged that this is disqualifying madness. And they have now done the right thing by firing Michael Flynn's son for tweeting about Pizzagate. Phew! We really dodged one of the bullets here. So, pretty weird, but harmless fun, right? Wrong. Because over the weekend, this happened.
Police say a 28-year-old gunman entered Comet Ping Pong and fired off an assault rifle. The shooter claims he was investigating the so-called Pizzagate story.
Thankfully, no one was hurt. But it does raise disturbing questions. Like, who names a pizza place Comet Ping Pong? Was asteroid air hockey already taken? And this internet make-em-up doesn't just implicate my favorite food, it implicates my favorite me. Because according to some folks on Reddit, I'm in on Pizzagate. Because at the end of my election night special, I talked about pizza, which they called all caps creepy. This is insane. I have absolutely no part in the Pizzagate conspiracy, is what they want me to say. Because as these super sleuths, these Da Vinci chodes have figured out, I'm on the Clinton payroll. Their evidence, WikiLeaks, is now tweeting an email sent to John Podesta 3 years ago that some Reddit folks say reveals Colbert is directly instructed by politicians on what to put on his show, parenthesis, disgusting. Wait a second. Why is that disgusting hidden in those parentheses? What does it know? Did Clinton trap it there? I've always said parentheses are the basement of punctuation.
See, he trying to be funny.
Now, doesn't make sense. Now, it's spooky. Here's where it gets good. The email in question is about my interview with Bill Clinton on stage during the Clinton Global Initiative at Washington University in 2013. Clinton's press rep wrote to John Podesta, I hope you got a chance to see the Colbert Report's 2 special episodes I had them do about CGIU. Now, I am flattered that this guy considered it an achievement that he somehow booked President Clinton on my basic cable news parody puppet show. But because this staffer took credit for getting Bill on the show, they think I'm on Hillary's payroll. For the record, she can't afford me.
So I just wanted y'all to hear that because I wanted y'all to hear how the tone, they downplay it. Oh, they're crazy, or they have 10 hats and they all this other yachty bullshit. When it's all said and done, why did all the celebrities come talking about it and they were downplaying it? They all were reading from the same script. They all have the same narrative. They all push the same things. Do not be fooled. There are different codes for everything that they do and they say. So you guys have to pay attention. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about pizza, celebrities loving pizza, any covert operations, anything y'all want to talk about in the comments. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this subject at hand, about why celebrities love pizza. You guys, thank y'all so much. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Just make sure you guys always like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye.